live.
And welcome to another edition of Beyond the Ropes Media. I'm your host, Vince Lospada. Alongside, as always, the man, the four belts.
Only
Niko,
four.
Exxtra.
Only four now.
Only four now. Only four. What happened to Jay?
I don't know. He's gone. He gone. It's all right. We'll live without him. We got some YouTubers. Thank you for joining us. Simply Nick, Game It with Christian, Angel. Look at this. YouTube people.
Listen, I want to start off right off the top. I feel like one of the underestimated talents in professional wrestling and had a short career. Only 41. John Herbert, also known as Brody Lee in AEW, also known in WWE world as Luke Harper, part of the Wyatt family. Died Saturday morning. He had a lung condition, and I was reading about it more today, and they said that his wife didn't want anybody really to know about it, and that he was working out that morning and had a shortness of breath. So I thought, he was, I guess from what I was reading, he's been in and out of the hospital since October. So his last match, what was it, dog collar match with Cody Rhodes? That was the last match he had in October. So it's sad.
Really unfortunate,
sad to see it's sad to see a guy that's had such a short career end that way. I feel like if it didn't, I feel like the stars would have been in line for him. He would have had a tremendous career. I don't feel like WWE really used him as well and utilized him as the way it should have. But I feel like people go to AEW to get that fulfillment in because they use the wrestlers the right way. What do you guys think?
Yeah, man, it's really unfortunate that something can happen to someone. Like I was texting you guys privately, text messaging. I'm about to be 41 in a couple of weeks, and to know that this could be the end of my life and that it cuts this short is heartbreaking, especially for someone like that who's really at the top of their game. There's a lot we don't know. The WWE run might have very well been cut short due to health reasons, and him leaving and going to AEW, and his entire career at AEW because completely constrained along with the health reasons. So I'm not quite sure where the health plays into the factor of his ability to become this star that he had the ability to be. If he was shortened due to his health, it's hard to put the strap on him and make him the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He had all the talent in the world, but what don't we know that maybe he wanted to leave AEW because he couldn't work the schedule? There's just so much that we don't know, and it really tells more of the story about why he got the opportunity to go to AEW and do what he wanted to do. I feel like his run in AEW was what he wanted to do, and no one said anything about anything because they knew his time was short. Like Cody and all them, they knew. So he got to live his life. I mean, even the story of his kid winning the AEW belt is like heartbreaking. Like I want to cry. You know what I mean? It's so sad but beautiful.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Elvis, for that. Yes. If you don't know, my family has a very successful restaurant here in Central Florida, Philly Cheesesteaks from Philadelphia. And we just got a big article. You can see it on MSN.com. Google now has it on their website. And if you go to OrlandoSentinel.com and type in Laspada's family, it goes up there too. So thank you, everybody, for just clicking on it, reading it, and just supporting the Laspada family for so long.
If you're in the Orlando area, I know that Laspada's off Lee Road is amazing. Go check it out.
Well, guys, I want to go ahead, Jay.
Laspada's is the best. I gotta put this guy over than what it was. Laspada's is the best. There's a bunch of locations actually. You guys check it out, Laspada's. Hey, but I wanted to brush up on Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper. This man had crazy TLC in what year was it? I think 2014, where he fought Dolph Ziggler. Then he goes into the following year at WrestleMania in a Money in the Bank match. Awesome competitor. Then he goes to the Wyatt family and transfers over to Brody Lee. man, that character was over. I was in shock with his death. I really was. I said to myself, no way, not Brody Lee. He was in his prime. And I just want to know.
Good to know.
And, Brody Lee, man, he had a lot of things going for him in AEW. I think he did. But that's me. You guys are making fun of me over here because my sentimental moment was going on.
Well, I'm making fun of you because you keep freezing and you're like, yeah, I really think it's a great moment. Like you just froze in the middle of time.
Oh, wow.
Hold on.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with your sentimental moment. We love Brody, Luke Harper, John Huber, and it's really unfortunate. But life goes on, and here we are. We can sit here and be sad about it, or we can celebrate his life like I choose to do when people pass away. And I think Wednesday is going to be a really special day. And you know what? I apologize because the first thing I wanted to fucking say on the show that I didn't say was, it's Monday. You know what that means. And I didn't say it. So there it is. I just said it. That was his famous saying on Twitter. He said it every single day. Whatever day it was, he would write, it's whatever. You know what that means.
Well, guys, Raw ended in a shocking way tonight. Alexa Bliss called out Randy Orton in the ring to her so-called playground. And what do you guys think about this? I mean, she wanted him to set him on fire. I don't like the way it ended. Like, I hated how they just blacked it out. But I think the storyline's getting a little too out of control with the whole fire thing because, a lot of people that watch wrestling, sometimes they don't know the difference between real and fake and what's actually happening and what's make believe. And I feel like a lot of people are overtaking this story and they're turning it into like something serious. But what's your guys' take on this whole Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton feud right now that happened tonight?
Well, they definitely took it to the next level. There's no doubt about it. And I think that's a direct request from USA saying, hey, step it up a notch. Your ratings are shit. And we need to have some more viewers and we need to have some edgier content. It starts with, things like that, setting people on fire. Yeah, they didn't show it, but the insinuation was that he lit her on fire and because he's a crazy son of a SOB. And I liked it. I liked the ending. I think it's amazing. I think the direction they're going, and it tells me the Fiend isn't dead yet either. I don't want him to be dead. I hope the burning of him was not the end of that creation and that there's a new creation to be born, but we'll see. Only time will tell.
Well, if it wasn't Jay, I have a question for Jay. If it wasn't the end of Bray Wyatt, why was the burning of him happened at TLC? Why was that?
It was basically to show. I almost see they're trying to make the Fiend more like a Mankind character where he could take a lot of losses but not hurt his character. So I think him losing in such a impactful way was where they're trying to go with the Fiend on his losses, and make it a very unforgettable loss if he does lose, just that they don't burn his actual character. But moving forward, tonight, honestly, what I saw and going forward is going to be a little bit of Bliss, Randy Orton, RKO. I definitely see that in the next few weeks. But I mean, it showed tonight how good Randy Orton is as a character as well. He's able to take any kind of food and make it, and he's a good actor. And you could see his acting skills coming out of this. We all knew Alexa Bliss could do the job, but could Randy Orton come out there and put on a full movie, short film? It almost seems like with these guys, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Christian, I will be announcing the winner of my spinner belt tomorrow live on TikTok. So I hit 1,000 as promised, and just like I said, I'm going to give it away. So look out tomorrow for that announcement.
Well, guys, we had a big match starting off Raw today, or tonight, I should say. We had a meeting in the ring in the beginning with Keith Lee and Sheamus, and one-on-one tonight. They both went at it. I tell you what, I can tell you this because I know you both knew me when he was in NXT, and I overestimated Keith Lee because I always kept telling you guys that I don't think he's going to be a big star. I don't, and I'm still on the edge. I still don't believe it all the way, but I do see him progress and get better. Keith Lee now has advanced to meet next week on Raw at WWE Raw Legends. It will be one-on-one for the WWE Universal title, or I'm sorry, WWE title. It will be Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre. What do you guys think?
Unfortunately, I think this storyline is part of something bigger, which is going to be the Sheamus Drew McIntyre storyline, the friend with him screwing him over. I don't think it ends next week or whenever when Lee fights him, but I do think Lee's going to put a great match on. They're going to have a banger of a match, and Drew will win in the end. Sheamus, I don't know if Sheamus cheats to help Lee win. Sheamus will be involved at some point of it because that's just how it's been as of lately. And I think for now, Lee's getting the opportunities to be in title shots, but I don't see him winning the title. However, I could potentially see him winning the Royal Rumble, which would be a great placement for him. I don't know if that's possible. Daniel Bryan have a good shot, him and Roman Reigns, but that would be big for me, I think. What do you think, Jay?
I honestly think that this is a Vince McMahon move. Vince McMahon is doing what the critics not doing, and I think Vince McMahon is starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together and realize that his big stars need to be more on TV. Stop shelving these guys. So I think next week's a big match for Keith Lee, probably the match of his career. The world's on the line, and we'll see what he has. And it was to say, that it's 100% Drew McIntyre is going to retain the belt, because Keith Lee, if he does win that world title, that's going to be a big pop. I don't care who you are, where you are, people are going to be on their feet, going crazy if Keith Lee does win that belt. So I'm excited for next week, man. And I'm a legend mark, man. I grew up in the 90s where I couldn't wait to watch wrestling, and I watched the 90s, my entire life. I still would go back to watch the legends. So I'm excited about next week. I really am. Yeah, brother. All that, yeah.
Hulk Hogan's going to be there, brother.
Man, we'll see what happens.
Fucking Hulk Hogan.
Well, guys,
I tell you, thank you for joining us. I just want to say what's up to Kevin, one of my TikTok homies. What's up, bro?
I do want to say that I'm not a fan of what's going on with this storyline. The leader of Retribution took on Ricochet tonight.
Wait. I didn't get what's your thoughts on Sheamus, Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre next week? Who's winning? What's going to happen?
I honestly think it would be a better match if it was Sheamus and McIntyre for the title. I really do. Not that I don't think Keith Lee deserves it, but here's the problem with this. And I know when I say this, people are gonna, say like, not everybody gets the title right as they get their first shot. But I believe that, I feel like it's too soon for him. It's just like Riddle. When Riddle got, his shot, it's too soon. You know what I mean? Like, the guy just came on Raw. It's like he really hasn't proven himself. You've given him no storylines. Nobody. You're giving him like mediocre people to face, and it's like, you're putting him in this predicament now that he has to put on one hell of a match to take on, the WWE champion, Drew McIntyre. I just feel like, the whole storyline with Sheamus and Drew as friends, I feel like it would have been a better way to kick off Raw Legends, was have two, best friends battle it out for the championship, more so than Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre.
Whitney Whitcourse here on Twitter is saying that it's too soon. Keith Lee never won the IC or the US title. Do you think that's valid? Do you think you need to win the IC title or the US title and get that rub as the mid-Carter champion before you're eligible to be the world champion?
Listen, you don't ride a bike with no training wheels right away. You have the training wheels. You start riding the bike. Okay,
Lee
and then
the belt off Lashley. I see big things for Lashley too. Lashley could easily win the Royal Rumble and be a contender. He's he doesn't have. I don't know. There's a lot. I don't know who's going to win the Royal Rumble. Not to get off our Raw recap, but who is going to win the Royal Rumble?
Real quick. Going back to that real quick. I don't believe. I still think it's a shame that they gave Keith Lee the titles in NXT at the same time, and then they move him up. Like, I don't think they idolized him that well in NXT when he had the belts. Okay, cool. You're going to give one away. Okay, whatever. But I just don't feel like he defended that title enough to lose it and then go up. Like, is that what they're going to do now? He's on the main roster. He's going to win the U.S. title. He's going to win the Intercontinental title, and then he's going to defend it 4 times, and he's going to lose. I mean, what's the story?
Yeah, it could go in. It could go so many different ways.
Good question.
So,
dude, you know what?
Hear your opinion.
A little side note. I have a little side note about Bobby Lashley. People always say, "Oh yeah, he's next Brock Lesnar. What's going on with him? This and that." And he, when he has a title run, how boring it is. Bobby Lashley, to me, the reason why he's not like a Brock Lesnar. Let's be honest, the guy can't talk really. He's all smiles. He's very boring. He comes out to the ring. He's smiling the entire time. He's wrestling. He doesn't have that charisma like a Brock Lesnar. He's not able to come out to the ring and be that impactful on the microphone.
So are you saying Brock
focus on as a title? I mean, Brock Lesnar can definitely pull better storylines than Bobby Lashley. I mean, he can sell storylines. Like his facial.
He cuts one sentence like he's like your opinion shit. That's what he says. I mean, I don't know if Bobby Lashley.
I mean, honestly,
on the mic, once he got time with Lana to actually cut promos, he wasn't bad. It's just he needs it. They all need MVP to carry him, and when you have someone like a stable like that, he can win the title. He can win the Royal Rumble. He's got 4 other people in there with him helping him win it. You know what I mean? So that could go a lot of different ways. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Christian saying,
I think they just
I forgot about
they're missing someone.
Edge too. Edge and Braun Strowman. Those are 2 guys that are like out of the picture that could easily jump in. Good point, Christian.
Well, let's talk about, like you said, Niko, who's going to win the Royal Rumble this year? I would like to see somebody win the Royal Rumble that actually hasn't won it and deserves it, like a Riddle or a Keith Lee or somebody that it can like catapult their career a little bit. I don't want to see somebody like all these other guys. I would listen. If the rumors are true that what I'm reading, if Brock Lesnar comes back and wins the Royal Rumble, I'm going to stop watching wrestling. Period. Like, I'm done. I'm done. At least for WWE, because like I can't stand that guy, and I just feel like it's like I feel like him and McMahon is like Warrior McMahon. Brock Lesnar always holds McMahon hostage with this bullshit about money, and he's such a goon. And then McMahon, what does he do? He always folds and gives in. It's like he has no balls. McMahon has no balls sometimes.
So I think that whoever wins the Royal Rumble, it is a catapult moment. I don't think it's Riddle's time, unfortunately. I think the line of people is actually really short. I think Keith Lee's at the very top of the list. I think Big E's at the very top of the list. One of those guys, because you have to remember, whoever wins the Royal Rumble will challenge for either the Universal Championship or the WWE title. So Daniel Bryan, I mean, there has to be someone who's going to either main event WrestleMania or be competing for the title at WrestleMania. So it has to be someone big. And
who won last year?
Who won the Royal Rumble? Drew, and he won the Rumble.
That's
and he went to WrestleMania and beat Brock. So
right.
I don't think Brock's even going to be around, honestly, for the Rumble, but he could, and like the rumors, and he could show up and he could be number 30 and he could clean house and win. I mean, it's not crazy for something like that to happen. Who knows? But Daniel Bryan, he's kind of some pretty great promos saying that he is a better wrestler and he is strong. He can beat him. So,
I mean, I read the rumors and I got to agree with the rumors. I don't think WWE has a creative storyline yet for Royal Rumble. I think it's that complicated right now. I really do. I think they're in a complicated stage on who could win the Royal Rumble. Who's your gold ticket? Who's going to put the asses in the seats? Who's going to put on, an unforgettable match? Who Royal Rumble? So I think WWE themselves are having a a complicated time on deciding who their Rumble pick is. You know, and I feel the same way. I mean, you kind of seem like you're on the fence about everyone you named.
I think it's cool that we don't really know who's going to win.
Stands out to you. That
listen, man. Listen, I'm just going to tell you.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's a fair feeling.
I'm going to tell you this.
Knowing Hogan's not going to win it, you know.
yeah. I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool if Hogan came back and won it. But I'm going to tell you this: Royal Rumble to me is my WrestleMania. I love watching it. I love now that we have 2 Rumbles, one for the women and one for the men. I love that. And I feel like they're bringing back old days. You know what I mean? Like with the Rumble, it's not like it. It's not like it used to be where it was like Stone Cold. Remember, he won like 2 in a row. You know, it's like they're giving new faces. And honestly, I just want a good Rumble. You know what I mean? Like, would I like to see Daniel Bryan win it? Sure. You know why? Because I feel like Daniel Bryan right now is out the door. He's going to be a part-time wrestler. You know, he I think he has another. Isn't he have another baby on the way or something?
He just had one.
So he has 2 now.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, these guys, as they get older and as they have kids, you know, the Miz, I tell you what, this comment right here, am I happy about the Miz winning back the briefcase? Or not winning back the briefcase, giving back the briefcase? Yeah, I am. Because you know what? I feel like when the Miz was the champion, he had his stuff together, his promos were great, and he defended the title well. I think the Miz is a great champion, and you know the whole story. Do I think the storyline with him, you know, with Morrison cashing in and him coming and giving back the suitcase? No, I don't. I think that was stupid, but I'm glad that they didn't waste this, just like they tried to waste it on Tucker or no Otis. They gave him he won the Money in the Bank. And then all of a sudden, the Miz has the case. That was the stupidest storyline ever. I don't understand. If you didn't want Otis to have the briefcase to begin with to defend the title, you should have never put it on him. What do you guys think?
Jay, go for it.
Honestly speaking, I think there's a big swerve in this. I think, you know, I don't want to forecast this too far, but I honestly think that they had this storyline written for a while now, where Miz was going to win the bank off of Otis, and then he was going to cash it in at Royal Rumble and go into California as the champ or whatever the case may be. I see good things for the Miz in the next 3 months. I do. I really do. I think 2022, he is going to be a cornerstone for these young men and trying to, you know, build character. Miz has been able to do it all. I have no disrespect to the Miz whatsoever. He might not be the best in-ring wrestler.
Went straight to 20.
I mean, 2021, yeah, California. But I mean, we'll see what happens, man. Honestly, I do see Miz doing something good. I don't see him losing when he does turn into Money in the Bank. Why would they do the storyline they just did where he loses the Money in the Bank, gets it back? I think he's going to actually cash out and he's going to win.
Well, guys,
bring Mad Dog on while we're here, and like let me talk about this real quick. Sorry, I don't even catch it.
Real quick, hold on. Before you talk, hold on, real quick. Hold on. You ready?
Hello.
Radio silence is the best.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Nice.
The Mad Dog's birthday today. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
26 years old.
Oh, God, you're making me feel freaking old. Stop it.
Leader of the BTR social media. Thank you.
So, quarter century past, 1 year now. Yeah. But yeah, so
we all sit here in our 30s.
Yeah.
40, buddy.
Well,
40. I don't feel
so bad.
You should.
I'm getting there. Don't worry.
You'll all be there soon. Don't worry.
speaking
Oh, he's
of,
got the Roman wreck everyone and leave shirt. Nice.
yeah. So I got that
Nice.
for Christmas.
Nice. So,
I-
happy birthday, bro. We're going to continue with the show, though. I do want to talk about what you just brought up because I feel like I disagree with Jay. I don't think the Otis Miz taking the storyline was planned at all. I think they had big plans for Otis and then realized he's just a big goofy bastard with no skills. They had a Mandy storyline that didn't work out, so now that's irrelevant. Kind of like the hacker storyline. I mean, they just have these storylines that don't work. And they just tuck him under the rug and move on. And unfortunately for Otis, it just wasn't going to work. And look at Tucker. You want to talk about a fall of grace? That dude's chasing fucking what's his name for the 24/7 title now. Him and the Viking leaders.
I think R-Truth has the title, unless
he's chasing R-Truth. Well, R-Truth's the 97 times 24/7/11 champion. I mean, like it's a matter of time.
He has it the 47 times now. I think. I could be wrong. Double check that.
He's had to win more than that.
I don't know.
Wow, Jesus.
Maybe he has. I'm not sure, but yeah, this whole thing with the Miz, I personally think, in my honest opinion, I think it's to promote his show. His show. I know he has a reality show. I watch it when it's on. If I get bored and if it's on, I'll tune in. I'll click on the channel. It's funny. He's funny. Maurice is funny, but I think it's all the promotion for his show. In all honesty, this whole big thing with the contract and everything, I think it's all for just promotion for his TV show. Just like the Bella Twins getting in the Hall of Fame was promotion for their season 7 of their TV show. So I could be wrong. I don't know what season they're on, but you know they have a. I actually had Christmas just in case. I actually got the Nikki Bella action figure because she's now a Hall of Fame
season. It doesn't matter what season they're on.
Well, I want to talk about Charlotte, Flair, and Asuka. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about
Christian, just to get, this is actually a podcast that we do live. So you're a part of the podcast that we're streaming live right now. So we do the show. We don't have a technical time yet, but eventually we're going to get our shit together and we'll have a standard time and date where we do the show every week. But for now, you can catch us on Apple, Spotify, and all those, iHeartRadio, yada, yada.
So tonight, Charlotte Flair was taking on Nia Jax. Flair won by a DQ. What do you guys think about this new tag team with Asuka and Charlotte? I'm liking it. I think it's a lot better than Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
What happened to Lana, man?
I actually want to jump in on this. Not to be, so I was just reading an article before you guys brought me on, as I always do. And I just found out from my sources here that they pulled Lana last minute because Charlotte was coming back. So this was all swept under the rug because WWE found out Charlotte was coming back to WWE. So they pulled Lana from the pay-per-view and put Charlotte in. And not many wrestlers were aware.
Mad Dog.
So yeah. That's
Mad Dog, what a great point, man. That's an awesome point. I was just going to say, can we all agree that Lana was the best thing on Raw for a little while? I mean, come on. Like, it was pretty bad when we're looking forward to Lana.
I'm not gonna
lie. Now that I think about it, was she
each week? That was fun.
Yeah.
Is that a mini title or did you grow, Vince?
No, this is my mini belt. It's my mini belt.
You gained 100 pounds. Nice. I think that Asuka, and again, Vince has no creativity. The tag team of putting Flair and Asuka together is to build a storyline where you have Asuka against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania or something. Maybe Royal Rumble. I don't know. Not Royal Rumble. It's too soon, but that's what the storyline's leading to. And that's what Vince is so predictable. That's what it's all about.
Mm. That's what they say about me. I'm very predictable. I know. No,
Vincent Kennedy McMahon, not you, cowboy.
Sorry. Let's get into this big six-man tag match. We had New Day, Riddle, and Jeff Hardy taking on the Hurt Business.
Bro.
Yeah. Oh, come on now.
All right.
What are we thinking about this? I'm not really liking this whole Jeff Hardy Riddle thing. I think it's very stupid. I don't like the fact they changed his name from Matt Riddle to Riddle. I think that's a little cheesy too. And I think the whole New Day thing should just go away. I mean, Big E's moving on to bigger and better things. He's now the Intercontinental Champion. I just feel like Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston just need to find their own thing to do. Like, these guys are they're holding on to the New Day for some odd reason because they don't want to see it go away. And it's time for it to go back in its Cracker Jack box and pour some milk on it all day.
I think at the end of the day, the New Day still sells, and that's why they're still together and pushed out there with their pancakes and their T-shirts and everything, because people are still buying that shit. But I agree with you. It's fizzled out immensely right now, and it's just they need to go. Kofi is good enough to go on another individual run, and they need individuals. And, Xavier needs that run as well. He hasn't really gotten the opportunity to show what he can do because he's also really good in the ring and can also cut a mic like you wouldn't believe. But together, the whole tag team division is just a hot mess right now. It really is. Compared to AEW, WWE does not have their shit together.
No, they. I feel like
don't be so negative. Don't be so negative. Don't be so negative.
We got major Matt Riddle.
These guys.
If you keep watching our show, you'll know that.
These guys are great, man. Tell me to segment laugh. What was just the point? You have laugh tonight during Raw? Yeah, it was.
All right, good story, bro. All right. Mad Dog.
I'll jump in on this. This whole, I agree with guys. The tag team division is a bit of a mess, but I like, Matt Riddle learning from Jeff Hardy. If anybody needs to learn, it's Jeff Hardy. I mean, Jeff Hardy is like the man who I grew up, 26 years old. So, my first was, 2000, I remember Jeff Hardy jumping off the tables, jumping off the ladders. I mean, hell, Matt's still doing the same thing in AEW. Jeff's still doing the same thing for WWE 20 years later. So if anybody can learn from Jeff, it's definitely Matt Riddle. He can learn a lot from Jeff Hardy if they keep the team together. And as for the New Day, like you said, Niko, New Day sells. And they're going to try and milk it out. I think that's more a Mr. McMahon thing than a Kofi and, and an Xavier Woods thing. You know what I mean? I think that's more the higher-ups WWE saying New Day sells. We're going to keep pushing New Day merch out. You know what I mean? Than more than, the Kofi and Xavier doing it. So, yeah, that's how I feel about the division right now.
That was actually match of the night. I actually thought it showed a bright side to the tag division. I actually was cracking up when they came out and naming their 4-team New Day and the Bro Riddle, whatever they called themselves, and started doing all that little segment. I was laughing. I think that was match of the night.
Yeah, it was fun.
I see good things coming out of the tag division, honestly. But
the Hardy Bros.
Maybe they move up from NXT.
I like
push them back to NXT after 2 weeks.
Mad Dog, I know I got to tell you something.
God won. You'd come.
Yes, Matt Hardy.
Yes, Mad Dog.
What's up?
The news. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Wonderful. Jay's frozen again. Wonderful. Bro, what do you got? AOL internet? What is going on with you?
Yes, dial-up.
Oh my God. There's
bro. All right.
Everyone in the house is doing homework all at once
tonight, right? Overall, when you say Raw kind of sucked,
Well, yeah, I mean, really, was that match really needed with AJ Styles and Elias? Was that something that had to be done? Because I thought that was a stupid match.
And then the whole Retribution and Ricochet, they're just going in these crazy directions right now. They don't know what to do with anyone. The Sheamus thing with Drew, and then Keith Lee, he's gonna get his title shot, but like you said, he has no chance of actually winning. I mean, if he did, I want more moments that happen like what happened Friday, where big things happen on these shows. I want to see Keith Lee win the WWE title on Monday Night Raw or something. I want to see like we saw Big E win on SmackDown. I thought that was a pretty big moment. We need more moments like that.
Hey, is it just me, or do you guys get pissed off when you see the cameras go all over the place for Retribution? I mean, that just
it drives me fucking insane. He's like this.
Damn wall. Oh,
cut to camera 3, cut to camera 4, cut to camera 7. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with y'all, man? It's crazy. It's insane. The cameraman is such shit, whoever does that. And it doesn't make him look intimidating at all. Retribution could possibly be the worst.
Cut Raw down to 45 minutes.
Do you agree?
I can deal with that.
Look, in my opinion, Retribution just needs to die out. It was a bad faction from the beginning, and it just needs to go bye-bye. I mean, it's bad. And this thing with Ricochet is just silly. I mean,
I'd rather watch.
They're throwing her business in there, but that storyline's over now, and now they don't know what to do with this faction that they created because they needed. I don't even know why they even created. Bring Mustafa Ali back. I mean, to me, it just makes no sense.
I'd rather watch.
I just can't get a good.
I'd rather watch two cats fuck.
I'd rather watch Goldust dressed as a baby fighting Stone Cold Steve Austin than this shit. Honestly, I'd rather watch Goldust dressed up like a baby with Luna Gold versus Stone Cold any day of the week than what's going on. But I mean, let's be honest. WWE's looking for the next Rock and Austin. They don't have a songwriter. It seems like I don't know what the hell's going on because he's But hey, we love it. We love it.
Well, guys, Raw did suck. SmackDown.
What's going on over there?
Look, SmackDown and NXT, man. I mean, NXT's coming up, and this New Year's Evil NXT match, man, it's gonna be insane.
Oh, can I tell you?
NXT, man.
Can I tell you what happened to me, Niko? Can I tell you what happened to me? These motherfuckers. So I didn't know you had to fucking respond to the other email.
You didn't reply?
No, I am so damn busy at work. I'm throwing cheese eggs out my nipples because I got 5 hands. I'm making sandwiches with my feet, and they want me to respond to their email. Oh, screw them. I don't even care. I don't have time.
I'll take that turkey and cheese off your feet there, Vinny.
What?
Sounds delish, bro.
Oh, okay.
Let's wrap this puppy up and call it a night. I'd call this show a success. We'll do more Raw recaps and SmackDown recaps. I think it gives us content to talk about, and it's kind of a quick, easy show. And Vinny's past his bedtime anyways. I got some PS5 to play.
I'm an old man, and I call it the 5-minute quickie.
Nice.
Look,
all right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are Behind the Ropes. Jay's frozen again. I love it. Look at him with his eyes closed. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week sometime, same place. I don't know when, but
hey, listen. Before we go, we'll meet when the show ends. Don't get off yet.
All right, everyone, stay on. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.